This is ChainMind, the decentralized AI network built for everyone. Just search ChainMind on Google, sign up, download the app, and you're in. That's it. You've joined the network. Run it on any device, phone, laptop, or server. Why ChainMind? Fully decentralized, fully yours.
When you open the Play Store and type Antivirus, you're greeted by a sea of icons promising to be the guardian angel of your Android phone. Yet most of us never bother to download one. Why? In the next few minutes we'll unpack the real story behind mobile security, explore when an extra shield makes sense, and reveal how the next wave of AI-powered protection could change the game entirely. First, let's look at the foundation that Android already builds into every device. From the moment you power on a new phone, 3 invisible walls start working for you. The first wall is sandboxing. Each app runs in its own isolated space, assigned a unique user ID that prevents it from peeking into another app's files unless you explicitly grant permission. Imagine a hotel where each guest lives in a locked room and can only leave the lobby if the front desk gives them a key. Sandboxing does exactly that. For apps, the second wall is Google Play Protect, baked right into the Play Store in the operating system. Every time you install an app, Play Protect scans the package against a constantly refreshed database of known threats, and it even rescans apps in the background as new signatures appear. The third wall is permission granularity, introduced with Android Marshmallow. Instead of a blanket yes or no at install time, you can now decide on the fly whether an app can access your camera, contacts, or location. If a messaging app suddenly asks for microphone access while you're only sending a text, Android will prompt you to approve or deny that request. Together with regular security patches delivered over the air, these mechanisms already block the majority of the low-level malware that used to plague early Android phones. Why, then, do traditional antivirus apps look so out of place on a platform that already has these defenses? The answer lies in how the threat landscape has evolved. In the early days of mobile, a virus could be identified by a simple signature, a unique string of code that matched a known malicious sample. Antivirus vendors could compile massive databases and scan each new app against them, catching the bad actors before they could do damage. Today, the Play Store sees millions of new or updated apps each month, a torrent that outpaces any signature-based system. Malware authors have responded by using code obfuscation, dynamically loading payloads from remote servers, or exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities that have no known signatures at all. Because of this, many antivirus apps now spend more time acting as privacy dashboards, showing you which apps have dangerous permissions, rather than truly eradicating hidden threats. Some even request deep system permissions like accessibility services just to monitor what you're doing, inadvertently widening the attack surface they were meant to shrink. That said, there are still scenarios where an extra layer of protection isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a practical necessity. Consider a journalist traveling in a country with heavy internet censorship who frequently sideloads tools from independent repositories to bypass firewalls. Or a small business that enforces a bring-your-own-device policy, requiring employees to install a corporate-approved security suite that can enforce data loss prevention rules. High-value targets, executives handling confidential financial data, activists coordinating protests, or developers testing unreleased code, often benefit from behavior-based monitoring that can flag suspicious network traffic or credential harvesting attempts that would slip past Play Protect. In these environments, a reputable antivirus that offers heuristic analysis and real-time web protection can act as an early warning system, buying valuable time before a breach escalates. But here's the part most people get wrong. You don't need to rely on a heavyweight antivirus to stay safe. A handful of disciplined habits can give you a security posture that rivals, and sometimes exceeds, what any third-party app can provide. First, keep your system updated. Enable automatic OS updates and make sure the Play Store is set to auto-install app updates. Most patches for critical vulnerabilities are rolled out within days of discovery. Second, download only from trusted sources. The Google Play Store enforces developer verification and runs apps through Play Protect before they ever reach your device. Third-party stores rarely have the same rigor. Third, audit permissions regularly. Open your settings, navigate to the Permission Manager, and revoke any access that isn't essential. For example, a flashlight app shouldn't need contacts. Fourth, enable two-factor authentication on all accounts linked to your phone. Even if malware captures a password, the second factor stops the attacker in its tracks. Fifth, lock your screen with a strong PIN, password, or biometrics. Physical access is the fastest way to bypass software defenses. Finally, back up your data to an encrypted cloud service or a secure local drive so you can restore a clean state if something does go wrong. These steps are free, low impact, and reinforce the defense in depth philosophy that security experts have championed for decades. Now, imagine taking those best practices a step further with AI-driven threat detection. ChainMind, a decentralized AI inference network, is pioneering a model where millions of devices contribute anonymized telemetry to train machine learning algorithms that can spot malicious behavior in real time. Instead of looking for a known fingerprint, the AI watches how an app talks to the network, what system calls it makes, and whether its activity deviates from the norm. If a seemingly harmless game suddenly starts sending large amounts of data to an unknown server, the model flags it as suspicious and can alert the user before any data is exfiltrated. Because the heavy lifting happens on edge nodes across the network, your phone's battery and CPU stay mostly untouched, solving the performance concerns that have plagued traditional antivirus apps. Moreover, as the model learns from a global pool of devices, it becomes better at distinguishing legitimate new features from truly malicious code, reducing false positives that would otherwise annoy users. While this technology is still in its early stages, it points toward a future where Antivirus is no longer a standalone app you download, but a service woven directly into the operating system, powered by collaborative AI. If after weighing all this you still feel the need for an extra layer, choose your antivirus wisely. Look for transparency. Does the developer clearly state what data they collect for threat analysis? Seek independent audits from organizations like AV-Test or AV Comparatives, which publish detailed performance and detection scores. Pay attention to the permissions the app requests. A security solution that needs accessibility services should only be used if it offers features that truly require that level of access, such as secure browsing. Check user reviews for signs of battery drain or sluggish performance. The best tools run scans on demand rather than constantly monitoring in the background. Finally, prioritize a feature set that goes beyond malware detection. Anti-phishing, Wi-Fi security, and privacy reports can add real value. Brands like Bitdefender Mobile Security, Norton Mobile Security, and Malwarebytes for Android often meet these criteria, but always verify the latest test results before committing to a subscription. Even the most sophisticated software can't protect you if you fall for a social engineering trick. Phishing messages that masquerade as a bank alert, QR codes pasted on a coffee shop table that lead to malicious sites, or fake app icons that mimic popular games are all designed to exploit human curiosity. The most effective defense is awareness. Never click on links from unknown senders. Double-check the publisher's name before installing an app. Use a password manager to generate unique credentials, and If you're technically inclined, glance at device logs via developer options to spot unusual background activity. When users internalize these habits, the marginal benefit of a traditional antivirus shrinks dramatically. So where does that leave us? For the vast majority of Android users, the built-in security stack, sandboxing, play protect, granular permissions, and regular updates provides a solid foundation that makes a separate antivirus redundant. Exceptions exist for high-risk users, outdated devices, or those who frequently sideload apps, and in those cases a well-vetted security suite can add a valuable safety net. Looking ahead, the convergence of decentralized AI inference networks like ChainMind with mobile operating systems promises a new generation of proactive, behavior-based protection that could make the old model of signature-based antivirus obsolete. Until that vision becomes mainstream, the most reliable defense remains a combination of up-to-date software, smart user habits, and, where appropriate, a carefully chosen security app. If you found this deep dive useful and want to stay ahead of the curve as AI reshapes mobile security, hit the follow button and join the ChainMind community. Together we'll explore how decentralized intelligence can keep your data private, your device fast, and your digital life uninterrupted.